Okay, how's it going? I'm Andrew from A Rocket to the Moon, here with Fight the Silence. I'm going to answer a few questions for you.
Okay, so introduce yourself and tell us one random fact.
Alright, okay, so again...
Okay, ready? Sorry.
Hey, I'm Andrew from A Rocket to the Moon. One random fact about me that no one knows. I actually play guitar too. Most people don't know that because I don't do it on stage, but I do it off stage. And I make Justin teach me songs all the time. So that's a fact that you probably didn't know.
Okay, so how did you come, all you guys come together to form a band? Because we know that Nick's from Boston and you were in, I think, the Receiving and Sirens and Justin.
A Rocket to the Moon came about in kind of an interesting way. It started as a solo project with Nick, who's from Braintree, Mass, about 2 hours from where I'm from in Mass. Then he decided that he wanted to be a full band. He got involved with Halvo. Halvo started playing bass. Then they did a tour with Brighton, which is Justin's other band. Justin started playing with Nick. Then the three of them, they had their friend Lauren. Crazy bass drops here. They had their friend Lauren playing drums. Lauren decided he didn't want to be in the band anymore, wanted to pursue a more normal life. We met through a mutual friend. Crazy. We met through a mutual friend in Matt Squire, who produced my old band's records, as well as the new Rocket record. And then I got involved with the band last May, and then we've been a band ever since. So.
Okay. We're gonna do some this little random word game. So in between questions, I'm just gonna say a random word, and you have to react. Okay?
I have to what?
React.
React?
Yeah.
Whatever comes to your mind.
Yeah. How did you become interested in music?
I've loved music my whole life. When I was a really little kid, I'm gonna sneeze, sorry. Sorry.
Bless you.
Sorry. Now that that's out of the way. I've loved music my whole life. When I was a little kid, I grew up listening to country music actually. My parents started taking me to see concerts when I was about 5 years old, and I would just sit in front of the TV and watch CMT and MTV all the time and just watch music videos. And I had a little nylon string baby guitar that I used to try and play. And I don't know, I always just felt like I wanted to be a musician. Music has always been a part of my life. It's always been like the one thing that's driven me and given me comfort and solace and all sorts of things that I couldn't find in other areas of life. So it always just felt like a part of me.
Poodle.
Poodle?
Poodle.
Poodle. Oh. Poodles are cute. I like poodles.
Okay. When did you first start playing the instrument you play in the band?
I started playing drums in 5th grade. I joined the beginner band at my middle school. I started learning how to play snare drum, and they gave me one of these things, just a lot smaller and less colorful, and made me just do this all the time in my spare time until I could actually play a real drum, so I wouldn't really annoy everybody by just, banging it out of time. And that's when I started learning. Between 5th and 8th grade, basically, did some marching band stuff and worked my way up. Had to play the cymbals in the marching band, and worked my way up to the snare drum, and then started playing drum set in high school a little bit, kind of teaching myself stuff. And around maybe 10th or 11th grade, I started being able to just listen to songs and kind of pick out what the drummer was doing and recreate it, and that's when I just felt like I kind of was becoming a drummer, I guess.
Did you take any type of music lessons or classes when you were younger?
When I was really young, I did. Between 5th and 8th grade, I took snare drum lessons where I learned how to read music, but unfortunately my high school did not have a music program, so I was unable to do that in high school, which I definitely think set me back a little bit. I think that every school should have a valid bona fide music program, so that's important.
Crayon?
Crayon. I don't really have a reaction for crayon.
Okay.
Should I act scared of a crayon? Like, ah! I don't know.
Okay. Who are your musical influences?
My musical influences, number one, I feel like he's one of those guys that follows his heart and his passion and just does whatever he wants, you know, and just so happens that he's very successful as well, but he's never restricted himself. He's always done what he wanted to do and what makes him happy, and he's made some great music on the way, you know, so.
Brighton?
I love Brighton. Brighton.
What inspires you to write your music? Do you write?
Life is the most inspirational thing for music ever. I mean, anybody who's ever been in a serious relationship and dealt with heartbreak or anything like that can attest to the fact that few things in life give you as much inspiration and motivation to kind of create, you know. So just life, everything around you, your friends, the people you love, the people you don't love, everything.
If you were only allowed to listen to one song for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Wow. One song for the rest of my life. That's nearly impossible. I have it narrowed down, believe it or not, to a couple. I'm gonna say Everlong by the Foo Fighters.
Okay. Banana.
Banana.
Okay. What was it like the first time you played a live show?
Very scary. It was very scary the first time I ever played live, and I'm pretty sure I was only playing Blink-182 covers, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But I was very nervous. It seemed like the world was watching me, even though there's probably only 5 people watching me. You know, and it didn't really matter in the long run, but it's just a lot of pressure in your head, you know.
Okay. I'm gonna give you a superlative, like best dressed, and you have to name the person on the tour that best fits the title.
On the whole tour, okay.
Neat freak.
Neat freak. Let's gonna go to Nick because he's always complaining about how dirty the van is.
Okay. Nerdiest.
Nerdiest. That's probably neat because I get like the dictionary.com word of the day to my phone every day and try to use it the day that I get it, and I tend to read a lot and stuff, so I'd say I'm probably the nerdiest.
Okay. Party animal.
Party animal, I'm gonna give that one to. That could be like a 12-way tie on the tour, but I'm gonna give the party animal title to Matt Malley, who's the tour bartender, an all-around awesome dude. Not so much because he parties hard, but because he turns everybody into party animals with his influence. So
okay.
He's kind of the party animal.
Person who is always up to no good.
Oh man, Halvo's never up to any good. You can just read into that however you want it, but. Funniest guy on the tour? Oh man, funniest guy on the tour. This is taking some thought. I'm gonna go with Micah from Therefore Tomorrow. I think he's the funniest guy on the tour.
Okay. Best looking.
Best looking? Wow, there's a lot of good looking dudes on this tour. Best looking. Who would it be? I'm gonna give best looking to Hunter from We the King, because I think he's the best looking dude on the tour.
Okay. Person who cares most about their look.
Cares most about their looks. I'm gonna go with Justin. Yeah.
Mama's boy.
Mama's boy. Britton, our tour manager. He's the biggest mama's boy I know.
Okay. And last one, shyest.